Hello student, today we are going to learn about the concept refraction of light. 10 standards science part 1 chapter 6 refraction of light. It includes this concept refraction of light. Now already we seen that generally light when pass through any transparent medium, it travel in a straight line. But if the light travel from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, when light enter from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, what happened? That we have to studied in this concept in this video. Actually, when light enter from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, it changes its direction. How it changes its direction? Let's see in this activity. Here PQRS is a glass slab and this N light rays is an incident light rays. If this N light rays enter in these glass slabs, instead of passing in a straight line, it pass in the direction of NM. This light rays is a path, this rays is a path of that light which enter in a glass slab. This is called refracted rays. Again at a point M, when these light rays enter from glass to air, again we see here instead of passing straight, it changes direction at a point M and it pass in a direction of CD. It means when light enter from air to glass, it changes direction. Again at a point when light enter from glass to air, again it changes its direction. Means light travel from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, its direction of propagation is changed. Means it changes its direction of propagation. This phenomena is called refraction of light and it is defined as when a light enter from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, its direction is changed. This is called refraction of light. Here at the point N, the refraction which takes place at a point N when light enter from air to glass, the angle made by this incident rays with this normal is called incident angle. This is incident angle. And the angle made by this refracted rays with normal is called refracted angle. Next, at a point M, means refraction take place at a point M, the angle made by this refracted rays with this normal, it is called incident angle, and the angle made by this refracted means emergent rays, it is called emergent rays, is called emergent angle. This is E, it is denoted by E. Now we know that this PQ and this SR side of glass slabs always normal, and these are the perpendicular to these sides, and therefore angle R and this I1, that is the incident angle at a point M, is always remains same in magnitude because they are alternate angle. Also, if you measure the angle of incident this I and angle of emergent this E, we obtain the same magnitude as the ray AN and rays CD, emergent rays, and these incident rays directions are always parallel to each other. Thus, when light enter from air to glass, it changes direction, it is attract to a normal. When light enter from glass to air, again it changes direction, it is go away from normal. Now, see what happened when light enter from different medium to different medium. Here in this first figure, we observe that this incident rays when enter from air to glass, that means rare medium to denser medium, it's bent towards the normal, and at these figures we observe the magnitude of incident angle is more than magnitude of refracted angles. In this second case, when incident light rays, these light rays enter from glass to air again, means from denser medium to rare medium, here it is go away from normal. Here this emergent rays go away from normals, means here the angle, incident angle, magnitude of incident angle is less than magnitude of refracted angle, that is a emergent angle. And in this case 3, if the light, incident light rays are perpendicular at the border of two transparent medium or surface of two transparent medium, it does not change its direction. It go in a straight line without any deflection. Thus, when light rays is incident normally at the boundary between two media, it does not change its direction and hence it does not get refracted. Now we see laws of refraction. For that, we observe these figures. Again, suppose N is an incident rays and this NB is a refracted rays, CD is given as a normal. The angle made by this incident normal, this I is called incident angle. The angle made by this refracted rays with normal, this is R, is called refracted angles. Now from these figures, we observe that this incident rays, this refracted rays and this normal all are lies in same plane. Also, this incident angle, incident rays and refracted rays are opposite sides of this normal. This is first law of refraction. Again, if you take the ratio of sin I and sin R, means sine of incident angle to sine of refracted angles, we obtain every time for any two transparent medium, this ratio remain constant. This constant is known as a refractive index. Again, let us see the laws of refraction. Incident rays and refracted rays at the point of incident N are on the opposite sides of the normal to the surface of the glass at that point, that is CD, and there the incident rays, refracted rays and normal are in the same plane. This is the first law. In the second law, for the given pair of any two media, here air and glass, first medium is air and second medium is glass, means light incident rays enter from air to glass. The ratio of sin I and sin R is constant, means here I is a angle of incident and R is a angle of refraction. Now this ratio is always constant and this denoted by letter n. This n is called refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Here in this example, we take two medium air and glass, means sin I upon sin r is a constant, that is a refractive index. Refractive index of glass with respect to air medium. This second law is also known as a Snell's law. Suppose the ray incident along the normal goes forward in the same direction. When I is equal to 0, r is also obtained 0. Now, actually the refractive index of different medium is a different. It is depend upon the velocity of light of that medium. Here in this figures, we take two medium, that is air and glass. Let the velocity of light in medium 1, that is air, is v1 and the medium second, that is a glass, is v2 as shown in figure. The refractive index of second medium, that is glass, with respect to first medium, that is air, is denoted by 2 and 1 is equal to the ratio of velocity of light in first medium to that velocity of light in second medium. It means, suppose we have to calculate the refractive index of glass with respect to air, then we obtain the ratio, the velocity of light in air to the velocity of light in glass. Thus, refractive index, velocity of light in first medium v1 upon velocity of light in second medium. Similarly, the refractive index of medium first with respect to second is v2 upon v1. For example, suppose we have calculated the refractive index of air with respect to glass, then we obtain the formula, the velocity of air with respect to glass is equal to velocity refractive index of air with respect to glass is equal to velocity of light in glass upon velocity of light in air. Here in these charts, we have some substance and their refractive index. The refractive index of air, the refractive index of diamond. In these charts, the refractive index of diamond is maximum and the refractive index of air is minimum. Now, we see some numerical problems which depend on this formula. For that, we see this first example. The absolute refractive index of water is 3.36. What is the velocity of light in water? Now, absolute refractive index is always determined with respect to vacuum, means the first medium is vacuum, and therefore, here velocity of light in vacuum is considered as a 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. What is given in this example? V1, that is the velocity of light in first medium, is given 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Refractive index of second medium is given 1.36, and therefore, we obtain the formula n is equal to V1 upon V2. V1 is the velocity of light in first medium upon velocity of light in second medium. Refractive index is given, that is 1.36 is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by V2. We obtain V2 is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by 1 upon 36, that is equal to 2.21 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. This is the value of velocity of light in second medium. In this second example, let us see light travel with the velocity 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second in a medium. On entering second medium, its velocity becomes 0.75 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. What is the refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium? Here we are given a velocity of light in two medium, first medium and second medium. Velocity of light in first medium is 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and velocity of light in second medium is 0.75 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and therefore refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is equal to V1, that is velocity of light in first medium divided by velocity of light in second medium. We obtain the ratio, value of ratio is 2, that is 2 is the refractive index of given second medium. Thus, I hope that you understood this concept refraction of light. Thanks, student.